given choices, given choices, right? This I'm sitting right here, and we're looking at countries and saying, where can we get in faster? We started off in Kenya in 2017, and it's taken so long. First they gave us a provisional approval, then they gave us a good final approval. I mean, 3 years later, and then they went quiet and then say write a proposal, and then you're telling me sitting in front of sort of the chief executive of the country. But what I'm saying is, you should understand that we are a business. We don't have all the time. Although you are saying that Kenya is the hub of business in Africa or in East Africa, but you should understand that is a matter of trust. If people start believing that it's not possible to do business there, well, if USID and the multilateral start moving out, you will not maintain that status a long time. It is not the buildings, it is how people do business. And if you have a problem and you think that people should come from outside, pay you before they help you solve that problem, that's a big problem. You get my view. My view is that if we have 134 countries all over the world, and we can go into Namibia, and in 6 months we're up and running. We can go into Nigeria and find private investors who put together $250,000 to localize the app. Why should I be in Kenya trying to talk somebody who doesn't want the problem solved unless they are paid? Is it necessary for an external person to call to say that's the solution to your problem when you can say it? Why? Because basically it's the same thing. Why and when I put on my Kenyan hat, I'm like, why is it that somebody outside should come and tell me that this is a solution, please hasten, when you know that you have kids who are not going to school, and we have a solution which can make them go to school, and you don't want to, you want somebody else to tell you.
The people in power, the cartels, are mostly self-centered. So unless there's some external pressure, that is when they can wake up. But otherwise, just like that with nothing, trust me, David, it will take a while. It will take a while. But this is just to fast track what is already what we have already presented.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
In the US embassy or the USAID calling the ministry and telling them there is this thing before you. What do you think about it? Can't you give it a chance?
It's not that easy, because countries have a lot of vested interests. You understand? The countries have a lot of they have to balance a lot of interests. You understand? So it depends on whether whether Kenyan kids going to school is of American interest. You understand? It's not. I mean, if you are just creating more competition, right, for yourself, right? If say you don't want to take your child to school, and I know that if children go to school, they'll be able to do better, and you don't want to take yours, I can't come to your house to force you to take yours. I'll take mine. You understand? So that 20 years on, my kids are the ones who are working, and your kids are the ones who are working for my kids. So basically, do you understand? If Kenyans don't see that it is in their interest for their children to go to school, why should an outsider tell them that it's in their interest to go for kids to go to school? Just tell me. When the same person, the outsider is supposed to tell, would get irritated and not do something that is of interest to them. You understand? Suppose we want you to help us in a fight somewhere else, right? And that is our fight now, but you are doing it for us, right? And now I am irritating you by telling you to do the things you don't want to do, because maybe you're putting there what do you call it, a toll station, and I just want to look aside, so that if you want to put a toll station and I am not concerned, I just leave it. You understand where we are at? Yeah. So it's a matter of is this thing basically in the larger scale of the larger scheme of things, Is it in the interest of Kenya or is it in the interest of the outsider you're talking about?
You know, I think Africa has a mentality that if a white person speaks something, they can really believe and take it, you know, than a fellow black man. You know, that
Okay,
is what I
so in that
think is
case,
the Africa mentality.
Smart Kids doesn't have any white people, so they can just wait, man. I'm sorry, that is one thing we're fighting here. So if a guy is telling me things that I should bring a white guy to do to employ a white guy so that he can listen to him, he can just stay. I mean, again, that's another thing is why should I? This is going to the core of me. This is my thing. I have developed it. I own it, and you're telling me for I'm less than somebody else. So I should go and get somebody from the street who is white to come and tell you that he can help you. I don't need to help you. I don't need to disagree myself to help you. You understand? He's like, oh, are you crazy? I can't do that. I can't do it because I cannot do it. You're telling me that, okay, I go bring some hobo on the street. There are a lot of them around here and sit in front of me so that he can go and tell whoever that hii kitu ni mzuri inaweza kusaidia watoto wenu, and it's mine. You understand? It's like, are you crazy? Because and if that was the only way, I could do that. But I can go to Nigeria. I could go to Nigeria like this. Can go to Namibia like this. I am going to Botswana. I have just been talking. On Friday we're talking to somebody in South Africa. So I mean, even if Kenya thinks that it is the hub, when it doesn't like itself, because if that is the case, even the whoever I'm talking to, they don't believe themselves to the extent that we should have some white guy there doing that job. You understand? So that is out and out completely. Smart kids will never do it. In fact, if I talk to Hajid, and Hajid will just say close the account, because basically
anyway, it was just my opinion, and in the room, we were just thinking of an additional voice.
Yeah, but all the conditions socially, behaviorally, the things that Kenyans want, they can't have. They is like, okay, hii kitu ni mzuri lakini kama ingekuwa mzungu, hii kitu mzuri lakini kama angetulipa pesa ya dola 30,000, hii kitu mzuri, watoto wasiende shule mpaka hawa watu watulipe. It doesn't work that way. Look, I cannot reduce myself. I cannot give my. It's more like telling me, I want to do this thing, but you let this white guy sleep with your wife so that we can do this. You understand? This is basically what you're telling me. This thing is mine, but you're telling me unless you see a white guy with my wife, you can't do it, work with me. Like, are you crazy? You can, okay. Yeah, you understand? It's like, this is mine. I did it. I created. I am the chief executive. You don't like my gala? You don't like you? I mean, that's it. Forget it. And if you were the only one, you see, like Abraham was crossing, and the king looked at his wife and said, "I like this guy," and he knew that was the only way. He said, "Okay, this is my sister. You can do that." But I have an alternative. I have 54 countries in Africa plus India. Why should I do some stuff like that?
Okay. Then it's okay. We are also pursuing other options. We are trying to contact people in the private sector.
Yeah.
So that we can have the thing rolling as we are waiting for what the government has to say. So that even if they are taking their time, at least we are doing business.
No problem.
So that is the option.
But you know what I'm talking about. You know, ethically, morally, and even as a person, anybody who says that I can't deal with you, I need to hear it from somebody else. I can't. I told you from the beginning. Anybody who tells you that Bania, I can't talk to you, bring your agent, don't talk to them. If they don't believe in you, because how far will they end? You understand exactly what I'm telling you. If somebody is the same thing, people, if somebody doesn't respect themselves, they'll try to bring it to you. You understand? So you have to stop it to say, ni mimi nimekuja kukuambia. If you don't want to do business with me, forget it. You cannot. The reason why in Kenya, in Nairobi, most of the businesses, most of the things you see them, but they are foreign owned, as opposed to Nigeria and Ghana, is because of that mentality. You have to front some white guy. You have to marry some white woman to come there to talk to them. So every time they are mesmerized. Forget it. It doesn't work that way. It will never work. That's what maybe probably that's why I'm here. But that's why you understand. It really irritates me.
That's why
Why?
you left Kenya.
Yeah, it really irritates me when people don't have confidence in themselves and they want to perpetuate some. Yeah, you understand. Yeah, they don't believe in you. Yeah, it's like this is my company. You say you can't talk to me. I can't talk to you unless you bring a white guy. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
But you know, the good thing is, David, hii kitu ikipenetrate ni hivyo. Unajua hata kama you know there's a saying, what matters not the journey, what matters not is not the journey but the destination. Sasa unajua hata ukitumia njia gani, lakini ukifika your destination, that is all that matters.
No, the means
so
does
if
the
things
means
in Kenya work that way, and
the
at
no
least you start and umeanzisha.
the means don't justify the end to me, because life is not the end of it, is the process. Yani, this is the life we're leading, you understand? You cannot say I'm waiting to go to heaven because you don't know where it is. You are going to Canaan, is not there. You understand? You cannot stop living and live a good life thinking that by the end you'll be right. I cannot live poor so I can die rich. It doesn't work. To me, it doesn't work that way. To me, every day is the day God gave me, and I have to live it well, and I have to live it with honor, with respect. You understand? I cannot even one single day relinquish my respect to a guy because of cash. Because you know what? I can get it elsewhere. You see, like, I was born in Kenya. I was born a British citizen. I became a British subject. I became a Kenyan citizen. I chose to be American. These things are life. You can choose them. But the thing you can't choose is whether you're born black or white, because you're born there. And the thing you can choose is you can choose not to be disrespected by anybody, whoever it is. So if you own something and somebody tells you, I don't think you own it, and if you do, I don't want to speak to you about it, you tell them, take a hike. You understand? Because it is the problem. The reason why they have a problem is because of that attitude. And the reason why I have the solution is because of my attitude. And because there are so many people to provide the solution, I don't deal with disrespectful people. Yeah, you get it. And as long as you learn to make sure that you don't deal with the disrespectful people, you get more ability to solve your problems and solve the problems of the other people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sawa sawa.
Okay then. Thank you, man.
So, okay, we'll talk.